Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle and I'm doing a reading for Libra today. That's Libra in all placements and it's timeless and general, so take what resonates, and if it really doesn't, feel free to check out any of my other videos. They are all timeless and all placements as well. I am going to start with the Enchanted Map Oracle and get the baseline of the story or situation, and then I will clarify with some other decks. Thank you to all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing and helping my channel to grow. I really appreciate it. And with that, I'm going to dive right in. We've got Sad Embrace in reverse, number 45. Spirit of Place in reverse, number 4. And One Ring Circus in reverse, 15. So I'm going to need to read all these. Still learning these cards. Okay, so let's start with Sad Embrace. Are you suffering over your suffering? Do you feel that life is treating you unfairly and that you've been robbed or deprived of what you're entitled to? Do you long for a love that eludes you or the success that has been bestowed upon others? Righteous anger and a sense of entitlement lead to a trap of ego. Your suffering and loss will pass if you let them. If you hold on to your perception of unfairness, then you'll find yourself in its tight grip, unable to breathe freely. The only solution is to drop your victim stance and embrace the sadness so that it may dissipate naturally in time. Hey, the sun made it. Hello. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Trials and tribulations build character, which is its own gift. Find something to be grateful for and take responsibility for your part in all matters. However painful it may be to sit with your sadness, remember that you are loved and will not be left adrift forever. Have faith, for this too shall pass. You are not a victim, only a traveler on a hero's journey. Oh, I love that. It's okay to be disappointed for now, but know that someday you'll look back and see great value in this experience. Okay. Okay, let's go to Spirit of Place, number 4. Don't get entangled in details or desires that obscure the truth of your situation. Step back and ask yourself, what is the real nature of my inquiry? Even exquisitely seductive hidden agendas cannot conceal this. Trust your intuition. The Spirit of Place is whispering in your ear. You hold the power to tell the truth, first to yourself, then to the world. You can always distinguish between an essence that is true and one that is synthetic. Be honest with yourself and remain willing to let your situation be revealed for what it really is and not what you want it to be. An apple can't become an orange, just as a dog can never be a bird. Are you trying to change someone or something to suit your agenda? Only when you see things as they truly are will you find the real treasure. And One Ring Circus. Sorry, hang on a second. Just want to make sure. Okay. Hopefully my sleepy brain will be able to piece this all together. Okay. If you think that the sun won't rise without you, then it's time to change. Perhaps you believe no one will be there to help you, or you expect that you have to do all the work, emotional or otherwise. This is a fear based idea and only serves to alienate you from others by taking away their right to participate. Receiving the One Ring Circus card may indicate the misuse of power. Give it up to let go of the need to control how the wind blows and let others play their part. You don't need to be invincible, have all the answers, or be the savior. Things will get done if you step out of your own way. Yet another meaning for this card suggests that someone else may be trying to control you. This needs to be addressed. Don't be afraid to set a boundary. This is a wonderful step to interdependence. Consider the example of two trees planted side by side, sharing the sunlight equally, neither overshadowing the other. So, there's something there's something here that feels very heavy, that is causing you a fair amount of sadness and pain. And there's a need to recognize that it's kind of a blessing in disguise. What it's doing is helping to illuminate some truth for you. Truths can be hard to swallow, or the truth can be hard to swallow. But it's much preferable over a lie, over deception, over denial. And this is about getting honest with yourself around either you trying to control a situation because of how much pain it's causing you, or needing to stand in your power and decisively set those healthy boundaries. Tell someone, like, this is the pain that I am feeling right now, and I'm taking ownership of it. It's not about blaming, it's about accepting your part in it, but it's also saying, like, I don't know, like, maybe you're telling someone you need space, or maybe you're telling someone that you feel that they, I don't know, mishandled a situation, that they're a part of the source of your sadness. This is about finding a solution through the pain. Like it said, letting yourself feel the grief. The feelings are there. Um, and that's good. That's normal. And it's allowing yourself to feel the feelings, not pushing them away, but then ultimately having the intention to let it be the lesson that helps you move forward, that helps you be able to take care of what you need to take care of on your own. Hey, Rebecca made it. Yay. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Okay. So, yeah, it's my condolences to you. This definitely feels very heavy. Um but it's going to be okay in the long run. Like it said, this too shall pass. And the more you can work with this, this kind of being, being, I don't know, brutally honest with yourself, with someone else, about where you stand, I think the faster you're going to be able to heal and come out the other side of your grief. So I'm going to start with the Light Seers deck. I want more on this current situation. We've got the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. There's some clarity that's coming to you around a situation, potentially with somebody else, um, where somebody has been trying to get away with something. They've been deceptive, been trying to be sneaky, um, or being sneaky, potentially because they have other options, or this it could also be where you kind of coming to this truth of a matter around how someone is acting is bringing you to this place of needing to it, feeling like you have a lot of options and trying to figure out what those options are, um, or it's just generally speaking causing you confusion about what to do in light of this. And it's so interesting because the light is coming out here. It's kind of like a spotlight, and then kind of lines up with the moon shining here. So it's almost like your intuition is shining the spotlight on something that is going on with somebody. Yeah. It could speak to an understanding that you need to it may be that you need to sneak away, because this can sometimes be a card of kind of protection, self-protection, defending yourself. So apply it as it fits. You know your story best. Okay, so let me go with what haven't I used in a while. I want the good tarot. What is What is the challenge? What is challenging for you in this situation? What challenge are you facing? Three of Fire. Patience. That's the Temperance card. Sagittarian energy. And Six of Earth. You know you need to take action. You want to take action. You want to take control of this situation and be at the helm of your ship. Flying solo, I'm getting. But there's a need to have patience. There's a need to come into balance first. Because there's something coming that's going to help you. This can be unexpected resources, happy surprise. There's a happy surprise coming along. This is, this is a card of waiting for your ships to come in, typically, but it's almost like you're waiting for the ship that you can board and fly yourself or drive or however you whatever you do with the ship. um and it's like you're in this place of limbo, and I think this has to do with what this is speaking to, this sad embrace, where you're processing your grief, and you can't move forward successfully until you work through something, until you it's like you're already gaining some kind of truth and clarity, right? But um there's more to dig up, to kind of do, there's more inner excavation to do. So do the cat tarot. What are your hopes and dreams for the future? The 6 of Swords. The World. That's all the fixed signs. That is Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo. And the 6 of Wands. Yeah. You want to move away from conflict. You want to move to calmer waters, get out of the turbulence, close out a cycle, move to the next level, whatever that means for you. You want to get out of the confusion, if you are indeed experiencing confusion. You want your victory. You want to be able to stand tall and strong and say, I did it. I overcame that adversity. I did this all on my own, and I'm better for it. I'm going to go with the Neoteric Feminine deck. Hey, Linda's here. Hello. Thanks for joining. Okay, so what's hidden that you don't see? The Hierophant. Taurus energy. Temperance again. Once again, Sagittarius. And the King of Cups, which for me as a reader is Scorpio, but could potentially be any of the water signs. It's watery energy. This situation is leading you. It is leading you. It is helping you to learn how to find your balance. Um, uh, Despite the turbulence, amidst the turbulence, this Hierophant has a bunch of books. You have something to learn that is going to help balance out the situation that you're in. That is going to bring you to a place of emotional balance. It's like this situation is, you're gaining emotional intelligence. There's a emotional maturing that's happening. Because, I'm picturing like, I don't know, say, like a buoy, for example. You can, it's like, say you're swimming and you come up to the buoy and you try and push it underwater. You can only push it so far, and then it's going to pop up again. And I'm kind of getting this as an analogy for you letting the feelings come up, kind of processing the feelings, in the moment. And then through that process, it's like you end up, I don't know, it's almost like you gather the buoys, or maybe you end up finding a raft where you're like in the water and then you get up on top of it, this um, throne, the raft throne on top of your emotions. It's coming to an understanding. It's being very compassionate for yourself and for whoever it is you're dealing with. It's coming out the other side and understanding why something happened. You're going to gain the clarity you need. Much more, like right now I feel like you've gained this mental clarity, or you're about to. But there's there's a need to connect the head with the heart. And that's what this process is all about, is helping you to develop compassion for yourself first and foremost. That's where the balance comes in. And and learning to be grateful for for the good in your life, what you do have. And again, you're going to be learning something that is going to bring you this some kind of understanding, epiphany. I keep looking at the star around her head. Like I feel like it's like a, almost like a light bulb moment. And and also with the Hierophant here, or Hierophant, however you say that. Um, this is a part of your spiritual growth. Yeah. Okay. Now there could be somebody coming in as you find your balance. There's somebody who you attract in, or you're attracted to, who is emotionally balanced themselves, who is able to help you. You could have some kind of advisor here that you're talking to, a counselor or something, that is also assisting you in getting to this place of being more emotionally balanced. So, let me go with the Tarot of Transcendence. Let's get some advice. Advice for Libra. We've got the Star. And it's so interesting because when I was looking at the Temperance, like this kind of reminds me of the Star, star energy. So now we have the Star, Aquarian energy, right? Yeah. And the Hermit. Lots of major arcana here. This is Virgo energy. This is a really big shift for you in your life. Big lessons, big long lasting lessons that are really going to boost you to the next level. And you know this because of that world there. You know there's something that you need to learn that's going to get you to that next level. And the Eight of Wands. This is about focusing on what you want, your hopes, your dreams, your desires, your wish fulfillment. What is it you truly want? You need to get clear on that. And it's about integrating that within yourself. Like really knowing. It's not just knowing something intellectually. It's bringing it down into your heart, into your gut, and really feeling it at a very deep level. Because when you do that, when you take time to meditate, to be in solitude, to contemplate what is happening here, and you're part of it, and the emotions that are coming up, and how it relates to what you want, I have a feeling that whatever is going on here is not what you want. So it can be helpful to write it down, to say, well, this this situation is what's happening. And so, and then, you write what it is, or, what, basically what you don't want. And then you allow, and then you look at the opposite of that. I'm feeling intense sadness and grief. What's the opposite of that? I'm feeling intense excitement and joy. um, and in doing this, in processing this, and integrating all of all of yourself coming into balance, that's when you gain your footing. That's when you're able to disembark, because we had that 6 of Swords. I feel like, I think of it like it can be a ship or a plane or something where there's turbulence. It's rocky, and you're finally able to get to solid ground and pick up your pace, pick up your momentum, move forward um, more and more quickly. It's like you reaching your destination. And maybe sp- speaking your truth, the eight of wands is it's communication. And I feel like it's speaking from what you've learned, from the wisdom that you've gained, if you are in fact doing that. Either way, it's focusing on the positive. Again, not suffering over your suffering, but really trying to learn from the situation. So let me go with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. What's the potential outcome here? King of Swords. Um, King of Swords. I think this is sometimes read as Aquarian energy. Could be your energy as well. Page of Wands. Ultimately, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the Page of Wands, we've got fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It might be Aries specifically. And the Five of Wands. Female king, which is always notable to me because that's kind of a balance between masculine and feminine. It's the ability to take action, take decisive action, and have laser focus, but also be able to be receptive and allow and receive, and knowing when it's appropriate to do both or to do either. Um, well, let me clarify. Why the King of Swords here? Because the King of Swords is all about being very, very honest, very truthful. And I feel like that does speak to what this was saying, is you really need to get clear on your hidden agendas, anybody else's hidden agendas, whoever you're dealing with, but really using that intelligence that you naturally have to get to the bottom of a situation. Page of Wands, it typically is a card of like being ready for an adventure, and there's a lot of like excitement and um yeah, there's kind of this um very optimistic childlike energy, and that's what's so interesting about this card is, this person is ready for the adventure, but there's this contemplative energy, really looking at like what path am I going to take? What's ahead of me? Is this the is this the direction I truly want to go? And the 5 of Wands. You could be having dealing with some inner struggle, inner conflict about what direction you're moving. This also speaks to potentially still struggling with, like, if you're dealing with somebody here who's been trying to control you, control the situation, as you kind of step into your power and choose to forge 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 a new path, is that the right way to say it? To, step out on a new path ultimately. um, you may have somebody who doesn't like that, who wants to try and control the outcome, control you, or this is you like really standing up and saying, I'm setting my boundaries, and you can come at me all you want. You're not getting anywhere, because this is my journey. But I want to, yeah, let's just see. Uh, do I don't know. Maybe I don't need to clarify these. I was confused and now I'm not. So, I want to what I want to do is, real quick, let me just pick an animal oracle. And Redbeard made it. Hello. Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. And I feel like this is what you're learning. You're you're moving into this understanding that, everything that happens to you is meant to help you grow, is meant to help you learn to love more, to open your heart. I mean, that's often what grief will do to us. If we are able not to fall into the suffering over the suffering, if we can really let it work for us and learn the lessons, it really does break our heart open and help us to see things in a whole new way, from a more positive place too. I feel like you're gonna be you're gonna be ready to move in a new direction, ready to close out a cycle in favor of a new one, regardless of what anybody else has to say about it. So let me finish off with an inner wisdom card by Wayne Dyer. True happiness resides within me. Let's see, I better get my glasses. Most people are searching for happiness outside of themselves. Take a fundamental, what? Red on purple. Oh, okay, here we go. Most people are searching for happiness outside of themselves. That's a fundamental mistake. Happiness is something that you are, and it comes from the way that you think. Happiness is something that you are, and it comes from the way that you think. And this makes me think of postcard that I have on my wall that says, "Happiness is not a state to arrive at, but a method of traveling." So that's a part of what's happening here is you're learning, you're finding your baseline of happiness despite your outer circumstances. You're learning that your happiness does not need to be dependent on what someone else is doing, or that there needs to be certain, um, can't think of the word, but yeah, certain things that need to happen in order for you to be happy. Happiness is an inside job. And you're going to come to that place. That's when you start to see the love all around. And that's when the true change is. It's like when you integrate the change that's happening that you're already going through. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.